You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust?
Prima le cose importanti. Come stai?
I can walk, talk, and breathe without too much pain. That's good enough for me.
Ok. Comunque, nessun problema.
Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened him up for you.
Molto.
You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free.
Ma nessuno della Hopetech ha segnalato il furto dell'astronave?
No, and I can't get answers as to why not. I'm sure Mr. Hope has his reasons.
E allora incontriamo Run-Up.
His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on.
Andiamo. Ti seguo.
I'm guessing the Marshal already told you this, but I'll say it anyway. Ron Hope isn't just the founder and president of Hopetech. He's on the Council of Governors. The Council oversees the Freestar Rangers, so don't rile him up.
Cercherò.
I've spent a long time trying to build a good relationship with Hope. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire about him. Everything you see around you, he built. Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect.
Certo, senza problemi.
All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have an office on the top floor? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
Allora.
Payroll is pretty high, but I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Well, talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Merchant. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Freestar Rangers. At last! Dad, good to see you. I think we're done here, Merchant.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling being a Freestar Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. Let's get down to it, shall we? Time is money. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better.
Ho trovato la tua nave rubata sulla luna di Montara.
That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors.
Certo, signor Hope. Può contare su di me.
I'm glad we understand each other.
You certainly seem to have taken a liking to this man.
Now, tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind. Hmm?
Certo. Un gruppo di mercenari ha ingaggiato un ladro per rubare la tua nave.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Sadly, there's no lack of mercenaries in the settled systems. I suppose the chance to cut costs by stealing a ship was too good to pass on? Well, I'm not sure I can be much help, but I'll answer whatever questions I can.
La nave rubata aveva qualcosa di particolare?
No, nothing at all. It was just a standard Hopetech cargo holder. Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. Hopetech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships in the settled systems. Now, you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes.
Qualcuno di voi ha visto il ladro?
We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems to have seen anything at all. Frankly, I think that's both highly unlikely and more than a little suspicious. However, I can't deny there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable the thief could have slipped in unseen.
Ma perché nessuno ha segnalato il furto?
Because I told them not to. If word got out, it would do irreparable harm to our image. I'm in fierce competition with other starship manufacturers. Any sign of weakness could be fatal. What's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would likely flock to Hopetown and start planning the next heist.
In realtà il ladro è stato aiutato all'interno. Tu ne sai qualcosa?
What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. Hopetech holds its employees to the very highest standards. Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette conduct a thorough personnel review. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice, I'll let you know.
Ottimo. Direi che qui abbiamo finito.
Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on Hopetech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust, and my workers will pay the price. I can't allow that.
If more people know about the theft, your chances of learning something useful will improve. Someone might have seen the thief and could identify them.
I considered that, but in the end, I deemed it too great a risk. I've chosen to place my faith in the Freestar Rangers instead.
Beh, capisco il tuo punto di vista.
I hope so.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the fact.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word?
We'd be dust except for the factory.
That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail.
In realtà speravo di scoprire di più.
Yeah, me too. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. Name's Jalen Price. He's a little different than the rest of us. But Neon's a different kind of place.
E cosa puoi dirmi di Price?
He's what I'd call a pragmatist. He sees things for what they are. He's also well connected, which means a lot on Neon. You should listen to what he tells you. It'll keep you out of trouble.
Ok. Jalen Price. Capito.
He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. Thanks again for helping me out up there.
A te per aver organizzato l'incontro.
No problem. Good luck on Neon, Deputy.
Oh, che bello! Un livello! Allora, vediamo un po' che cosa possiamo andare a fare. Manipolazione? Puoi costringere un bersaglio di massimo 10 livelli in più dei tuoi a obbedire ai comandi per un periodo limitato. Ma è presto. Il saccheggio. Così lo completiamo. Risorse tracciate vengono evidenziate mentre usi lo scanner manuale. Così abbiamo completato questo. Risorse tracciate vengono evidenziate mentre usi lo scanner palmare. Non so che significa, ma va bene. Va bene. Per festeggiare salviamo la partita. E sembra che dobbiamo andare a Neon. Anche se io in realtà volevo andare prima da Killa City, però vabbè, passiamo per Neon prima. E non ci lamentiamo. Dov'è che si scende, ragazzi? Di qua. Questo c'è il bagno. Di qua? Sì, di qua. Ecco qua l'altra scala.
Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from
Tutti simpatici qui, vero Andreja?
Just keep it holstered and we'll get along fine.
Tranquilla, non
Excuse
lo
me.
faccio. Sì.
Howdy.
Local security handles most problems here. I only get involved when it's something big.
Andiamo.
Workers like to play hard here. They deserve it.
Pa 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 pa.
Captain, greetings.
Oh, mi mancava Neon.
Dust off complete. Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Voli.
Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the
Please
right
hold your current
place.
speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. Alright, you're good.
Allora, Neon è qui. Dobbiamo andare a parlare con... No, dobbiamo raggiungere Neon.
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you?
E tu devi essere Ranger Price.
The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship.
Yeah.
Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here. But this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us.
Spero di poter contare sul tuo aiuto.
You can count on my help if you play by the rules. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace, make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
You should take his words to heart.
In realtà la legge e la giustizia non sono concetti flessibili, sono assoluti.
Ah, rookies.
With an attitude like that, at least I know we will not be bored.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for me. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free.
Ma toglimi una curiosità. Hai scelto tu di venire qui a Neon?
Believe it or not, yeah, it was. My mother's an executive with Ryujin, so I grew up here. I volunteered for this post as much to keep the other Rangers out of trouble as any other reason. If some hotshot rookie took this job and started flashing the badge everywhere, it wouldn't end well.
Non ti preoccupa il fatto che il tuo distintivo ti renda un bersaglio qui?
Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her? Name's Alexis Price. There's a sort of fragile peace here in Neon. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist with minimum friction.
Hai qualche consiglio per le nuove reclute qui a Neon?
Stay out of people's business until you can. Be willing to let the small stuff slide. Don't break up a fight unless it's getting out of hand. Most of all, don't assume that badge will protect you.
Buono. Ricevi molte visite indesiderate?
Of course. Neon's full of desperate people who have nowhere else to turn. For some, it's the drugs. For others, it's gambling. There are a lot of ways to lose everything in this city. My rule is simple. If someone brought it on themselves, then I don't get involved.
Pensavo che i Ranger dovessero aiutare chi ha bisogno.
Rangers are supposed to exercise good judgment. I'm one person here. I can't help everybody. The best I can do is try to protect the ones who are innocent. And believe me, it's a full-time job.
Ma tu sei sicuro che questo tuo informatore sia affidabile?
This is Neon. There are no guarantees, and who I find trustworthy changes on a daily basis. Talk to him or don't. It's your call.
D'accordo, portami da Bill Clayton.
Come on. That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City.
Ah, che tu lo sai.
Yeah, I read all the reports. I learned quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down without a moment's hesitation. It's just not. There are two things you don't do in here. I need to impress that upon you. Because the fact that you think justice is absolute concerns me, Deputy. It's never that simple. Justice can mean different things to different people, and laws can be interpreted and debated. A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Certo che questi non si fanno i fatti loro, eh? Guarda come mi osservano.
Hey, Billy, got a second?
What? Oh, it's you. Give me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Sure, far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
Ok.
What do you need?
Di recente qui è atterrata una nave Hopetech rubata. Mi servono informazioni sul pilota, se le hai.
A stolen Hopetech ship, huh? Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other. You know what I mean?
Everything in Neon has a price.
Forse questi ti rinfrescheranno la memoria.
Credits ain't really what I need. There's something you could do for me.
If you ask me, there are better uses for credits.
I can help you, but right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right?
Dove vuoi arrivare?
Please, just hear me out, okay? I need to know I can count on you.
Sì, fa parte del lavoro.
Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
An all too familiar story in this city.
Yeah, but I never thought I'd be part of one of those stories. Did my best to stay out of trouble, but found me anyway.
Vabbè, dai, parlerò con quello strozzino, ma sarà meglio che ne valga la pena.
I swear it on my best set of wrenches. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on Epside. Place is locked up tight, but there's a guard who watches the door, and he's got the key.
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's men come to collect. They're not stupid enough to tangle with me.
Ok, tesoro. Mi sa che ci toccherà lavorare un po'.
Sleep crates for rent.
Pepe. Io odio questo posto. Troppi criminali.
I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while you get used to the smell.
Anch'io tossisco, guarda. È una brutta zona. Ah, ma questo è il magazzino.
This is
E
private
c'è ancora
property.
il tipo che ho ucciso.
You'd better keep walking. This is private property.
Devo entrare, è importante.
Do you now?
Non capisci che siamo dalla stessa parte in questa situazione?
I think you may be right. You go in, talk to the man, and then you come right back out. Try anything stupid, and it's your funeral. Here, this will get you in.
Guardiamoci sempre attorno, non si sa mai.
Just keep walking. Well now, look here. Well now, always happy to have a visitor. Tell me, what brings you by, friend? Little light on credits, are you?
Che tipo di attività eserciti qui?
Oh, it's just a modest enterprise, really. You could call me an importer and exporter. Inherited the trade from my daddy. But I'm sure you ain't here about my business.
Sono qui per il debito che vuoi riscuotere da Billy Clayton.
Ah, it's awful kind of you to intervene on my behalf. But I think I have the matter well in hand. Thank you all the same for your concern.
I do not find that very amusing.
Ascolta, sai bene che Billy non può saldare sul debito. Lascia correre.
If you're attempting to appeal to my good nature, you're proceeding under a false premise. You see, in my line of work, it doesn't exactly pay to be soft. What's your stake in this anyway?
In realtà mi servono informazioni da Billy, è per questo che lo sto aiutando.
Well, I'm afraid that's just none of my concern.
Ehi, ti sto chiedendo un po' di collaborazione.
Then offer me something I want, and I'll consider it.
Billy è spaventato. E le persone spaventate fanno cose fuori di testa.
I know all about that.
Stai sprecando tempo. Billy i soldi non li ha.
Well, that ain't wrong.
Forse un giorno potresti aver bisogno dei Ranger.
That is true.
Io sono sicuro che c'è un modo per superare questa faccenda.
I'd like to think so.
Non c'è motivo di avere problemi tra noi, giusto?
I hear you.
Beh, ora sì che iniziamo a ragionare.
I'm trying to be reasonable here. I suppose I could make an exception. It's just this once, you understand. Just promise me you'll keep my compassionate nature a secret. Folks might try to take advantage.
Grazie per la comprensione. Arrivederci. Avrei potuto schiattarlo questo verme. Ma lasciamo stare.
You better watch it.
Torniamo. Vediamo se mi dà l'informazione che mi richiede. Se no glielo riporto io a quello da a sto tizio.
I know your type. The free-wheeling spaces. Must be nice.
Goodman's with the syndicate, but he's on the outs. Dealing with him won't cause ripples.
Did you talk to Goodman?
L'ho convinto ad annullare il debito.
Yeah, I figured he wouldn't want to make an enemy of the Freestar Rangers. Glad the badge still means something around here.
The syndicate doesn't worry all that much about the Rangers. I think our new deputy here is just a real smooth talker.
Okay, time for me to keep my end of the bargain. The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes here to sell the goods. Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit, and she's been throwing money around, so must have paid well.
I know her. When she isn't out on a job, she's a regular at Madame Sauvage's. That's on the upper platform. I'll back you up.
Ottimo.
Freestar Ranger and his... What are you? A sidekick or something?
Sono il vice ranger Freestar Blue Scorpion.
Well, I'm sure your mama's real proud. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring backup just for little old me? I'm flattered. Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just get on with it.
Hai mai avuto guai con la legge?
A time or two, maybe more. And yet here I am, walking free.
Ma vorrei solo delle informazioni, per favore. Potrebbero salvare delle vite.
Aw, ain't you polite? I'm guessing this is the part where you tell me that you've got questions and that you expect me to answer them. That sound about right?
In realtà so che hai rubato la nave, ma delle persone potrebbero essere in pericolo e mi serve il tuo aiuto.
All right. So I jacked a ship. It was just a little fun. I didn't even keep it. It was a job. I turned it over to some men, and they took off for who knows where. End of story. Nothing I did put anyone in danger, okay?
Quegli uomini hanno tentato di cacciare una contadina dalla sua terra.
That's unfortunate. But I don't know anything about it. Can't say I'm surprised, though. You know how it is out here. The strong take what they want from the weak.
You're real cold-blooded, aren't you? If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder. Did you think about that?
No, I guess I didn't.
Basta chiacchiere. Dai, dimmi quello che sai.
It's not that simple.
Non capisci che siamo dalla stessa parte della Non capisci che siamo dalla stessa parte in questa situazione?
Huh. That makes a lot of sense. Now that I think about it.
Beh, mi fa piacere che tu stia iniziando a capire il mio punto di vista.
Maybe we can work something out.
È la mia parola.
I guess if I can't trust a Freestar Ranger, then I can't trust anyone, right? I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hopetech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since.
Continua.
Not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the First, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here. Take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know?
Qualcuno del primo ti ha dato modo, in qualsiasi modo, per contattarli?
No. Nothing at all. Left me feeling a little disappointed, given how well they paid me.
E Marco? Ti ha mai detto da dove ti contattava?
Not so much as a hint. I'll tell you. He's as cagey a fixer as I've ever met.
Bankrolling the First must take a lot of money. Sure, he's got all kinds of side hustles going on.
E sai qualcosa degli uomini a cui hai consegnato la nave?
Nothing, really. I was told when and where to meet them. They paid me what I was owed, and that was it.
D'accordo. Per ora è tutto. Apprezzo la tua collaborazione.
Yeah, sure.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone could crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go.
Se prometti che hai chiuso con i furti di navi, sì, sei libera di andare.
Suits me. I'm getting too old for this line of work. Besides, I'm going out on a high note. Ain't many can say they grabbed a ship right out of Hopetech. Should make a good story for the kids one day.
Bravo.
Love your fit. It may not work for some, but you
Che cavolo è?
wear it like a champ.
Andreja, mi salti così addosso. Hai ragione, non dormiamo da un po'.
Strikers are upstairs. You better be in our business.
D'accordo.
Good working with you, Deputy.
Ciao Jocelyn. È stato un piacere, Jalen.
Be careful out there. These mercenaries sound pretty serious.
Grazie.
Later.
Allora, adesso è il momento di tornare alla Glass City. Così, prima di andare a parlare con sta tizia del criptaggio, andrei a costruire la scatola che avevamo detto all'interno del mio laboratorio. Così chiudiamo un cerchio. Almeno una parte del cerchio.
Your abilities are truly amazing.
Lo so che ti piacciono, amore mio. Sono tutto a letto, eh? Lo dici sempre. A proposito di letto. Ciao a tutti.
If you need something.
Grazie Sara. Allora, sono le 10. Direi che partiamo verso le 20.
Last night was.
Want to hear a joke?
Sure.
I hope to learn more next time.
Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
Ehi Cora.
I don't know.
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Okay. Good one, Cora. Hey, next time we check complete. We're good.
Dunque. Allora.
Reached. Orbit stable.
E allora era in Cheyenne. Perché non l'ho trovato? Vabbè. Mi sarò distratto.
Let's see what there is to
This
see.
is Freestar collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. Scan complete.
Grazie. Allora, Aquila City, sì, esatto. Quindi abbiamo detto, prima di entrare nella roccia, vado al laboratorio. Oh, che bel pomeriggio. Ah, ecco il fondatore. Allora, prima di andare lì...
That's where.
Conserve energy if you can. This gravity can be a lot to deal with.
Oh, finalmente. Allora, dove lo mettiamo? Vediamo. Innanzitutto, decora. Quale mettiamo? Questa è bella grossa. Questa, cassa militare, cassa scientifica, deposito merci di contrabbando. Cassa di stoccaggio, cassa di stoccaggio. Mettiamola qua, va. Così non dovrebbe dare fastidio a nessuno. Ah, perché stanno i cosini dietro, vedi? Vediamo un po'. Oh, vediamo un po' com'è. Trasferisci. Ah no, ma è da 150 però, non è illimitata. Fa un bagno. Quindi ergo non mi serve niente. Sì. Vabbè, abbiamo provato. Comunque vabbè, ci sta. Tutta spaziale. No, dobbiamo fare modifiche casco 2. Ecco perché. Però c'ha modifica tuta. Tuta potrei cambiarla, aspetta. Allora, io sto usando questa qui. Ho bisogno per esempio di adesivo titano e nanubo sterili. Ok, però posso farlo. Va bene. Andiamo a parlare con il tipo alla roccia, va?
Something to report?
Si entra di qua.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the cantina.
Grazie.
Our newest deputy. Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex. Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think?
Cosa ti impedisce di andare a Neon?
Oh, I can't fly anywhere. Issues with my Eustachian tubes. Being in a pressurized environment is like someone taking a laser cutter to the sides of my head. It's not great, but at least I can pretend to visit the party capital of the galaxy by having you tell me about it.
Bah, diciamo che è un po' il posto che fa per me.
Yeah, I bet. It just sounds so exciting and so stimulating. Probably makes Aquila City look like the more boring backwater town in the settled systems by comparison. Alas, I'll have to experience it vicariously through you and the other Rangers. So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful?
In realtà mi servirebbe il tuo aiuto con la cifratura di questa tabula.
Oh, come to daddy, my sweet little mystery slate. I see lots of coffee and late nights ahead. Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the encryption they're using. Just look for me up here. I have no life, so not usually hard to find.
Bene, conto su di te, Alex.
You're counting on me. You know I outrank you, right? Please and thank you go a long way when addressing your betters, rookie.
Hey, okay.
It's really an honor to be able to help out.
No, per salire sopra. Qua.
I need a word. Welcome back. Any luck finding out who stole that ship from Hopetech?
Ho ritracciato la ladra con l'aiuto del Ranger Perice.
Glad you got a chance to meet him. Sounds like you're making real progress.
Sì, grazie. Sto cominciando a prenderci la mano.
You're off to a good start, but that's all it is. A start.
Ovviamente.
What did you learn from this starship thief?
Beh, ho saputo che il tesoriere del primo si chiama Marco e anche una donna di nome Maya Cruz ne fa parte.
Now we're getting somewhere. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I have a guess who Marco might be. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius and an expert hacker. I can give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move.
Pensi di sapere chi è Marco?
There was a mech driver in the 1st Cavalry named Marco Graziani. He came from money. And when the 1st Cav got a reputation as the top unit, he transferred in. Rumor was that bribes made it happen. Marco had a knack for getting hold of anything we needed. There was talk the family fortune came from smuggling, and I believe it. He had this dream to become a wealthy businessman when he got out. But I guess that got put on hold when they locked him up.
Invece di Maya Cruz?
They said she was a child prodigy, which probably explains her arrogance. Even so, she was fiercely loyal to Major Hull. I don't think she'd ever give him up. If you find her, don't expect her to cooperate.
servirebbero informazioni per rintracciarlo.
Like what?
Beh, per esempio, Marco non ha rilevato la sua posizione. Come faccio a trovarlo?
Around the time he got out of jail, we started hearing Marco's name in circulation. Word is he's heading up a smuggling racket. Based on what you've learned, I'd presume he's funneling his ill-gotten gains to the First. Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now looking into the smuggling operation. I suggest you pool your resources. Just remember, that's outside Freestar collective space, so we've got no jurisdiction there.
E che struttura può fornire cure mediche a lungo termine?
Most likely place would be the clinic. It's in Freestar collective space and provides the best medical services credits can buy. They also guarantee privacy, so it's an ideal place for someone trying to keep a low profile. Ranger Ben Armistead is posted there. I'll send him an update on the situation.
Bene. Credo di avere abbastanza informazioni.
Your priority is to gather more intel about the First. What are they planning? Who are they working for? Where are they headquartered? Just remember that your targets were locked up because they were loyal to their unit. They think the Freestar Collective betrayed them. In other words, you ain't gonna get a warm welcome, so be careful. Good hunting, Deputy.
Ok. Bisogna andare al Miglio Rosso, interessante. No, aspetta, vediamo qual è. Perché mi sono aperte più missioni se non sbaglio. Più vie di... Dove cacchio sono uscito? Il balcone. Dobbiamo scendere. Allora, prima cosa voglio vedere questo qua. Allora, abbiamo due missioni. Una è il colpo chirurgico e l'altro è di corsa. Quindi stiamo facendo prima la clinica. Ok.
Better this than being some dust ring.
Well, hey there.
E si torna alla clinica.
Struts retracting. Let's get out of here. Hey, Dad. Will you read to me tonight before bed?
Read to you? Sure. I'd like that very much.
Orbital pattern locked in.
And will you do funny voices for the characters? Like you used to when I was little?
You just try and stop me. Oh, I never get tired of that. integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
Ottimo.